What if the secret to living over 100 years wasn't in your DNA, but in your daily habits? On a small island in Japan, people stay active, joyful, and healthy well past their 90s, and science now knows why. From simple meals of purple sweet potatoes to a quiet tea ritual that calms the body and mind, the Okinawan way of life holds the key to natural longevity. These ancient rhythms of eating, resting, and mindfulness don't just extend life, they renew it from the inside out. Stay with us as we uncover how Okinawan habits can reprogram your body for longevity, a blend of ancient wisdom and modern science that could change how you live, starting today. Part 1. The Longevity Mystery of Okinawa. Picture this. The year is 1975, and the sea breeze of Okinawa carries the scent of salt, soil, and blooming hibiscus. Dr. Makoto Suzuki, a young cardiologist from Tokyo, receives an unusual phone call. "Doctor, you need to see this," a colleague insists. "There's a 100-year-old woman in Yomitan village cutting grass with a sickle." Skeptical, but curious, Dr. Suzuki drives to the remote village expecting to find a fragile old woman. Instead, he encounters someone radiant, laughing, and strong enough to make the young doctors around her look tired. Her skin is weathered by sun, but glowing with life. She doesn't see herself as extraordinary, just alive. That single encounter ignited what would become one of the longest-running longevity studies in the world. Dr. Suzuki began documenting Okinawa's centenarians, men and women well into their 90s and 100s who still farmed, danced, and cared for grandchildren. They weren't merely living longer, they were thriving. Their arteries were clean, their hearts strong, and diseases like cancer or diabetes were rare. It wasn't wealth or access to advanced medicine that sustained them, it was something woven into their daily habits, their food, their community, and their quiet philosophy of moderation. But across Japan, another scientist was uncovering a mystery inside the human body that would explain why these people seem to age so slowly. Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, working in a modest Tokyo lab, was studying simple yeast cells, tiny life forms that might hold the key to human longevity. He noticed something extraordinary. When starved of nutrients, the cells began to eat themselves in a controlled, intelligent way, breaking down old or damaged components and reusing them for renewal. It sounded like science fiction, but this self-cleansing process, later named autophagy, would become the cornerstone of aging research and eventually win Osumi the Nobel Prize. Suddenly, two separate worlds connected: the disciplined eating of Okinawan elders and the molecular self-repair system hidden in every one of our cells. The realization was profound. Longevity wasn't an accident. It was a pattern, a biological rhythm that anyone could awaken. And the secret wasn't locked in genetics. It was hidden in the small, deliberate choices made every single day. Part 2. The birth of autophagy, your body's hidden repair system. It was 1988. In a quiet Tokyo laboratory, fluorescent lights hummed overhead as Dr. Yoshinari Osumi leaned over his microscope, eyes strained from hours of watching yeast cells on glass slides. For months, he'd been chasing a question few scientists cared about. Why do cells sometimes seem to eat themselves? Most colleagues dismissed it as mere waste disposal, a biological glitch. But Osumi sensed there was something far more intentional happening. He engineered special yeast cells, deprived them of nutrients, and waited. Then, under the lens, he saw it. Tiny vesicles forming inside the cell, wrapping around worn-out components and digesting them with surgical precision. It wasn't chaos, it was maintenance. The cells were cleaning house, recycling old parts to build new life. It's as if every cell becomes both the janitor and the architect of its own renewal. Years later, when Dr. Osumi's research earned him the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, scientists worldwide began connecting the dots. Studies from Harvard and the National Institute on Aging confirmed that autophagy is the foundation of longevity. It slows aging, enhances metabolism, and protects against neurodegenerative diseases. In essence, it's your body's built-in anti-aging mechanism, always ready, but often silenced by constant eating and modern habits. And here's where it ties back to Okinawa. Those centenarians Dr. Suzuki studied weren't biohacking or following a diet trend. Their traditions, light dinners, long breaks between meals, and modest portions, were unknowingly switching on the very same autophagy process Dr. Osumi had discovered in his petri dishes. The ancient wisdom of restraint met the cutting edge of molecular biology, and for the first time, science had proof that less could literally mean longer life. Part 3. The Centenarian Secret. Eating to 80% full. Hara Hachi Bu. Back in Okinawa, Dr. Suzuki couldn't stop thinking about what he'd seen. The island's oldest residents shared more than just good genes. They shared a quiet ritual at every meal. Before lifting their chopsticks, they would softly whisper, Hara Hachi Bu, a Confucian reminder meaning, eat until you are 8 parts full. Not stuffed, not satisfied, simply content. To outsiders, it seemed like superstition or politeness. But Suzuki realized this simple habit was the invisible thread weaving health, discipline, and longevity into their lives. By stopping at 80% fullness, these elders were doing something profound, giving their cells a chance to breathe. In modern biological terms, they were applying a gentle stress that nudged their bodies into repair mode. The same cellular renewal Dr. Osumi had described through autophagy. Imagine your body as a bustling city. When food keeps pouring in nonstop, every worker is busy handling deliveries. There's no time to sweep the streets or fix the buildings. But when you pause, when you eat less, the cleanup crews move in. Old proteins are recycled, energy systems reboot, and inflammation begins to fade. That's the quiet miracle of moderation. Modern nutrition science agrees. Studies from Harvard, the Blue Zones Project, and the Okinawa Centenarian Study all confirm that mild caloric restriction doesn't just reduce disease risk, it strengthens resilience. People who practice mindful eating, slowing down, chewing fully, and stopping just before full often experience better digestion, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Yet in the modern world, abundance has become the enemy of balance. We eat on autopilot, scrolling, snacking, and stress eating, tricking our bodies into thinking survival depends on excess. But the Okinawan elders teach a forgotten truth. Longevity is not about abundance, it's about awareness. Every meal, every pause before another bite, is a chance to remind your body that it already has enough. In that space between hunger and fullness, your body remembers how to heal itself. Part 4. The Fasting Rhythm. Time, gut health, and regeneration. As Dr. Suzuki studied longevity in Okinawa, another Japanese legend was proving its power through experience. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, one of Japan's most beloved physicians, lived to be 105 and worked until his final year. His secret wasn't an exotic supplement or a strict routine, it was rhythm. He believed that giving the body time to rest between meals was as vital as the food itself. Each morning, Hinohara began his day not with a heavy breakfast, but with a small glass of vegetable juice, carrot or apple, with a spoon of olive oil. It wasn't about weight loss, it was about respect for digestion. He would wait nearly 16 hours between dinner and his first solid meal. He'd say, "I let my body clean house," with a quiet smile. Modern science has since confirmed what he intuitively practiced. Studies from Harvard Medical School and the University of Southern California show that intermittent fasting, pausing between meals for 12 to 16 hours, doesn't just burn fat, it initiates deep cellular repair, reduces inflammation, balances hormones, and rejuvenates the gut microbiome. During those fasting hours, your digestive system finally gets to rest, and your liver begins detoxifying at full capacity. Dr. Hiromi Shinya, another pioneering Japanese-American physician, discovered the same principle while examining over 300,000 colons. He could predict a person's overall health by looking at the state of their gut. Those who ate lightly, avoided processed foods, and gave their digestive systems time to recover had youthful, pink, resilient intestinal linings, even into old age. Those who overate or ate late into the night showed visible inflammation, thickened walls, and sluggish repair. The body is cyclical, not mechanical. It thrives on rhythm, light and dark, work and rest, feast and fast. The Okinawans didn't count calories. They honored time. Every pause between meals became a sacred space for healing. And in those quiet hours, when the body believes it's safe and calm, something remarkable happens. Your cells rebuild, your gut resets, and your inner world returns to balance.
Part 5. Awakening Ancient Rhythms. How to apply it in your life. Dr. Suzuki's research revealed something both sobering and hopeful. The younger Okinawans, raised on convenience foods and late-night eating, were beginning to lose the longevity advantage their ancestors had enjoyed. It was living proof that genes are not destiny, habits are. Yet, that also means the power to change is always within reach. The secret to longer, healthier living isn't locked away in laboratories or hidden temples. It's in the small, deliberate rituals that honor your body's ancient rhythm. Here's where science and tradition converge. Stop eating at least 3 hours before bed. Allow 12 to 16 hours between your last meal and your next. And fill your plate with foods that heal rather than harm. The Okinawan plate, purple sweet potatoes, bitter melon, tofu, seaweed, and colorful vegetables, isn't just visually vibrant. Each ingredient works like a tool in your cellular repair kit, fueling your mitochondria, calming inflammation, and supporting autophagy. Even the act of drinking tea, green, jasmine, or barley, serves a deeper purpose. Those polyphenols gently activate your cell's cleanup crew. The ritual of sipping slowly, pausing, and being present keeps stress hormones low and appetite in balance. Modern science now calls this mindful eating. The Okinawans simply called it living well. Transformation doesn't demand perfection, it asks for presence. Begin by practicing Hara Hachi Bu at your next meal. Pause when you feel satisfied, not stuffed. Finish dinner earlier tonight and let your body enter its nightly repair cycle undisturbed. Within days, your energy steadies. Within weeks, your skin clears. Within months, your body begins to feel lighter, more focused, more alive. As Dr. Suzuki, now in his 90s, continues his research and still learns new instruments, he reminds us of a timeless truth. Longevity isn't just about adding years to life, but adding life to years. The ancient rhythms of fasting, mindful eating, and gratitude are not relics of the past, but they are the biological poetry of being human. And when you honor them, your body responds like an old song remembered, steady, strong, and beautifully alive.